Yo, what's poppin'? You already know what time it is. Your boy Mr. J Hill is in the building. J Hill podcast, special, but different, but unique, but kind of the same guest I got with me today. I'm gonna shoot at pronouncing his name, Pancho.
Pancho, you got it.
I got it right.
What's good? Yeah.
What's poppin', dog? How you feeling, man?
I'm great. You?
I'm good. Preparing for this interview was kind of different.
Yeah. How so?
Yeah, you could turn your mic, man.
My fault.
Yeah, no, you good. Cause one, every time I look up your name and like look up an interview from you, it's like somebody else. I think it's like a older guy. Like I don't know. From
What you mean?
LA. I put Pancho interview.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
It's like it's not you.
Yeah. Panchos. Yeah. There's a ton of different Panchos out there that I'm not at the top yet. So that's the goal.
But your YouTube is lit.
Yes, sir.
Your YouTube is crazy.
Yes, sir.
So preparing for this interview, I was like, all right, where do I fucking start? But I did do a lot of I did some research on like other YouTubers, just so I could have an understanding of the game.
Got you. Yeah.
Do you feel like, before we even get into the music, we know you're doing music and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like YouTube is a job that people will overlook and downgrades a lot?
And downgrade?
Yeah, like down.
Like look down?
Yeah, look down.
I mean, in a way, yeah. But I mean, there's definitely people that look at it like, oh, you can profit off this. If you know what you're talking about, you know that YouTubers make, a decent amount and you can do a lot of fun things with the platform. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, in a way, it kind of gets looked down on, but not to a high level or anything like that. Nah.
Decent amount of money is an understatement.
Yeah, definitely.
It's an understatement.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's not ourselves, we had to compare the amount of money that you guys make, the good ones, right? Compared to what you're doing and the labor that you're doing. Not taking away from the labor.
Yeah.
It's but it's fun though.
It doesn't even feel like a job really, at all.
This is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, how did you even fall into this? I saw one of your first video was
COVID.
You did a reaction of was it a lady? It was like 10 million
vegan
views.
teacher lady.
Yeah, vegan teacher.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
How the heck, what?
So how I started out was I made the channel, or I had already had the channel when COVID hit, but I was only at like 200 subscribers type shit, and it was, or can I cuss?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just 200 subscribers, and I was just kind of not really knowing what to pick with what I wanted to do with YouTube. But I met this guy named Cyrus, who was a big help, and he helped me out, kind of know what I have to make videos on, and not really even know what I have to make videos on, but just like, yo, this will work type thing. So I just started looking at a bunch of different trending memes, just things I saw on the internet that caught my interest, and I would just react to it, and people were kind of lashing on my reactions because sometimes I'd be like, I'd just roast it or I'd just have fun, you know what I'm saying? So it started out with just going towards a bunch of different memes, but then I landed on her, and that was actually the one that blew up my channel pretty much. So,
And it just went boom, 10 million views.
So at the time, so I kind of skipped a little bit. So I went from 200 subscribers to around 30K just off of a bunch of random topics that I would talk about here on the channel. And at around the time I did the vegan teacher video, it had brought my channel from 30K to 300K in around 2 weeks, which was, And at the time, it was like around 20,000 subscribers a day at one point, and I had 20,000. So, the slope was kind of just like, it was interesting and had me starstruck really.
Yo, what the, like, when you start, was this something that you wanted to do? Like, was this intentional? Like,
I've watched YouTubers my whole life.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I definitely had I was with the whole YouTube thing. I liked the idea of being a YouTuber, and so it fell into place.
What was you doing before that?
Oh, working full time and doing college.
Did you finish college?
No.
It's funny. One thing that I've seen that was constant a little bit was like, and this is interesting to me. I want to take my time with this because Mr. Beast what's his name? PewDiePie.
PewDiePie, yeah.
PewDiePie.
Yeah.
I don't know about Jake Paul. I don't know about the Logan, the Paul brothers, but PewDiePie and Mr. Beast for sure.
Yeah.
I was looking at their interviews and they didn't finish school.
Yeah.
They stopped school to do the YouTube thing, and their parents thought it was crazy. And
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting because I'm like, look at these, just being honest, being frank, look at these white boys that we always think like are, you know, upper echelon, had it good, and their background probably was good, but they did say they took a leap of faith on their own. And I thought it was interesting because it's like, these guys ain't finished school. You hear so many rappers and just African American people, men and women, say how they quit something to chase their dreams, and we see it. And I seen these guys. I thought it was interesting because I'm like, I don't.
Yeah,
I know it's ignorant, but I didn't.
A leap's a leap.
Yeah,
If
you
you
feel
take,
me?
because I had to take a leap by quitting my job because I hadn't even blown up yet when I quit. I was at like I think 25K when I quit or something like that, right before. So it fell into place. You know what I'm saying? I had to take the leap of quitting my job because my parents never really like gave me everything. You know what I'm saying? They made me work for everything I have. So, quitting that was not in my natural behavior. I was like, all right, I want to take this to the next level, but I have to do this to be able to do that. So
at 25K subscribers on YouTube, what made you say I'm gonna quit at 25K?
well, it was making me already like $1.5 grand a month, and I was living in Kansas, right? So $600 rent. You know what I'm saying? It's survivable. So that's why I was like, all right, I'm going to take a risk with this. I can always get a new job if it doesn't work, but I wasn't thinking that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, that was the main reason why I was just like, all right, I have faith in this and I'm making enough money to survive. You know
At
what I'm
least to
saying?
like pay my rent.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yes, sir.
So, damn, that's super dope. So I was watching a Jake Paul interview with I Am Athlete, and one thing that stood out to me, another thing that stood out to me was how he was saying, it's different type of YouTubers, right?
All different types.
So you got like, I guess he was trying to say like the easy way out. People take, and that's like doing the children content because so many children consumers.
Yeah.
And then
I think he did that even at one point. He was doing like real, not child-oriented videos, but like videos where he's just having fun at his crib, doing a bunch of things, like riding skateboards everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That then kids gravitate towards that type of content.
How do you differentiate the two from like somebody that's intentionally trying to do something for children just to get their subs and get the money up, than somebody that's really creating this content from the heart or from the soul, I guess, like genuine content?
Real ones can always tell. Real ones can always tell. Like I can look at a video right now and be like, this is geared towards kids. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's a good question because it's sometimes hard to differentiate them. Sometimes you'll see some YouTubers that are so in the act that you can't tell if it's authentic or not. You know what I'm saying? But
so that's why I have a question because honestly, anytime and this is probably my ignorance and I don't want to offend nobody or anything, but when I look at a PewDiePie, right? Granted, this guy probably number 2, 3 all time.
Yeah,
YouTube,
something like
right?
that. I think he was one at one point, but
Right.
he got taken. Yeah.
And he makes kind of sort of what you like. You're not playing a game, but you're doing reaction videos. He's playing a game.
Yes.
And it's like, bro, what the hell? Like, what type of you might can explain it to me? What type of effort is put into that?
I'll keep it real. Like I play video games, I record it, and I'll talk over it. Like the effort is with the consumers that are watching these types of content, they look at that and they're entertained by that. You know what I'm saying? Because say you get a bunch of people who play that game but are also interested by the content. You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about. It's like a win-win. They get to watch that and also hear about the topic I'm talking about. But also I don't have to go through the process of buying like film equipment and having to show. I mean, now I show my face, obviously, because I want to reach a higher ceiling. But, I just lost my complete train of thought there. What was...
You were saying that I was asking the effort and going.
Oh,
into
yeah.
it,
Yeah, like, it's really not too much effort. I'll keep it real. In the beginning. But I would put most of my effort into the editing because I edit all my videos as well.
Okay, but I'm thinking like if you plan a game, it's like strictly just how do you edit that? Because
So what I would do is whatever I'm talking about. I'm usually pretty enthusiastic with whatever I'm talking about because it piques my interest. So say like when I get loud at some point, I'll like quickly zoom in. You know what I'm saying? So it's moving with my energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I edit my videos. I tried to hire an editor at one point, but they just
don't be getting it.
They don't get it.
It's like,
exactly.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong?
Exactly. So
at least somebody understand my pain.
Yeah. I'm nitpicky with this shit. So
yo, that's you know what's crazy, bro? What it remind me of? And
yeah.
I know some people might say this a reach, but because you know some people, they were saying like sometimes kids are watch people play the game and they telling you how to beat the game and they telling you the obstacles and things like that in the game. It reminds me of sports.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, we can Google it, we could do a fact check. But I think the second, when it comes to viewers, right? In the sports world, you have the game itself.
Yeah.
Right after that is the commentator, like is the sports shows.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was talking to somebody the other day and they was like, yo, imagine if we could have, because my favorite show is Skip and Shannon. He was like, bro, imagine if you could have Skip and Shannon during the game. I'm like, I don't think I would like that. Then I was doing, because I'm like, I want more content to watch. I want to watch the game and then right after that, I'm watching Skip and Shannon.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the research on the YouTube stuff, and I'm like, yo, you know what this remind me of? If Skip and Shannon was commentating during the game, and I'm like, okay, I can see why people were interested. Because if somebody is interested in, I don't know, Call of Duty, imagine if your favorite YouTuber or somebody that's really into that game talking to you about the game, like
facts. Man. Yeah, and there's like now there's like esports and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like like video game tournaments and stuff like that, and they have commentators. I mean, I got some opinions about that. It's dope at the end of the day. Something funny about it with the commentators.
What's your opinion? Because I'm curious to know.
Yeah, I mean, it's dope, right? It's dope. I think a lot there's like kind of like a little bit of like an enabling culture to just kind of be just chill. But but there's definitely.
What do you mean by that enabling culture?
Like within the gaming community. I'm not even talking about just esports in general. I'm talking about the gaming community. It's kind of enabling culture to not be lazy, but just kind of chill out a little bit. Especially now with me being a YouTuber in the community, I can kind of see like the atmosphere a lot different now. But at the end of the day, you know, they're just having fun. They're just playing video games and winning money. So
I'm gonna tell you my opinion.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like,
yeah.
bro,
I'm jealous too. I won't lie. I'm jealous too.
No, you're doing something similar. It's not.
But
you're not playing a game.
they're winning like $5 million each sometimes.
But even still, I'm looking at, bro.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about all of the effort that I gotta put in to get one video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a lot of effort. And I'm looking at a motherfucker play the game or do a reaction video to a video that's already done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Do you get people like sometimes that send you their videos already and be like, yo, can you do a reaction video to me?
I get a few.
Do you do it?
Really? Some of them are obviously like just people trying to get attention, but
at one point in time you did. I think you said this on your YouTube. I didn't even know y'all could do that. It's kind of like a Twitter feed, kind of.
Oh, the community tab?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you said, and mind the shift. We're gonna go back, but I want to skip ahead for a second.
Yeah.
At one point you was gonna you was thinking about quitting.
Yeah.
You was burnt out, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna go there for a second, but pause. But then you came back and say, "No, I'm not gonna quit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just create content that I genuinely
that I like."
Right.
Yeah, because at a point I was kind of not making content that I didn't enjoy, but I was listening to the audience a little bit too much. I was like, I was chasing the views at one point. I'll keep it real.
Okay.
And I found that, you know, my happiness was going down. I was just like, I'm not really. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I'm blessed, right? I'm not gonna ever forget like where I am, but you know, I got wrapped into it. You know what I'm saying? So, at a point, I was just definitely kind of burning out and not really enjoying the content I was making. in terms of just the topics I was talking about. You know, I would still have some fun on my episodes, but now I'm definitely looking at things I'm more interested in. You know what I'm saying?
So that would be kind of like the equivalent of somebody saying, "Yo, I'll pay you to do this reaction video. Fuck it, I'll do it for the money."
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like equivalent to like an artist making like a random hit that they don't want to make that was pushed by a label. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that. So, speaking of burning out, right? I heard Jake Paul like, man, y'all don't understand the effort that goes into this. I did a video for 800 days straight.
Say it again.
I think he said he did videos for 800 days straight consecutively. I'm thinking that's like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Looking at you at one point, you did the same thing, kind of. He was like, you was doing
Type-
videos
yeah.
2.5 years straight. So I can understand how you could get burnt out from that.
Oh yeah, and it becomes like a process of where like I would go to sleep and I'd see my video editor like in like, you know what I'm saying, like I would be so in grind mode, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, I didn't know how to maintain balance. Right now I'm still in grind mode, but I have balance in my life, you know what I'm saying. I try to work out every day now. I try to
Same.
you know, fix my life so I can keep that going while not going crazy, you know what I'm saying.
What made you realize that you had to do something else? Because I'm in that state right now.
That's a good question. I guess I definitely took a break. I definitely took like a week-long break, and I just kind of sat there with myself to just plan this out again. And you know, I said I quit because that was an impulse thought, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just quit and do the music. But I didn't. After it sat with me longer, I'm like, that just doesn't make sense. I have this platform and I have fun with it too, so there's no reason why I should quit. But to answer your question, I just kind of let my thoughts marinate, you know what I'm saying? I definitely was not as confident either, because I was just like so focused on this that I was ignoring so many other parts of my life, and I just needed to get back to that, especially family. I was distancing myself from a lot of close people, so it was just remembering what I had. Really, that's kind of how I went back to finding my balance.
It's crazy because I think, I think that stopped. Did it stop? My bad.
Straight.
Is it like full or something? It say no input. Take the
Technical difficulties.
HDMI cord out and put it back in, maybe. It still say no input. Is it plugged up?
Technology. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Eric's leaving Tuesday. Y'all just chilling or listening? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Cool.
Last time I came to an interview with him, the camera broke.
were just talking about?
No, I know exactly what.
Okay, cool.
No, so like I was saying, it's crazy because for me, I was getting so consumed into my content that like I wanted to take a step back.
Yeah.
And I remember like because I played football up until like college.
Okay.
And I just remember I had a routine and I wasn't really worried too much. You know what I'm saying? Like I went to school, I got good grades, but I think I wasn't really worried because I was so busy.
Yeah.
And like, granted, I'm busy in my content, but it's only one thing. Like back when I was going to school, it was so many things. I'm like, man, I gotta go to the gym just to get my flow back.
Yeah.
And that's why I was wondering, like, do you think you was burnt out because you was just only doing this one thing and you wasn't tending to every other things in your life?
Yeah. Yeah. Cause like I got a pretty addictive personality, so whenever something's like working, I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? I was real invested in this YouTube thing at one point. Not that I'm not anymore, but way more than I am now. Like
That's a great segue, right?
yeah.
One thing that I've noticed, because I've like I said, I was just looking at all of the top 10 YouTubers,
Yeah.
right? And one thing that I noticed was it was a shift. Because everybody always say, man, I was recording every day.
Yeah.
But now you look at the YouTube channels, even yours included, it goes from every day to like once a week, or now even like it'd be like twice a month.
Yeah.
And they still doing good. Like what? Like,
Yep. So basically, that's a privilege to have, a big privilege to have if you're a YouTuber, because that means that your audience is stuck there. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it basically, what a trend that YouTubers are doing nowadays is they're, as you said, going from daily to weekly to monthly even. And it's because they're doing more long form content. Because one, if you do long form content, you make more ads. You get more ads on the video, make more money, which basically can mean a whole long video can equal 7 short videos. You know what I'm saying? So it's just better for their time, probably better for their mental health even. You know what I'm saying? So it's just more beneficial for YouTubers to do that. That's what I would assume, at least. I don't do it.
And well, I mean, it looks like
Kinda. I try to go like 3-4 a week.
okay,
Yeah.
3-4 a week. Cause I was looking at it like, what the last video you did? What last video you did?
I responded back to the vegan
The
lady.
vegan lady, right?
Because she came back
That was what? How long ago was that?
like 3 days ago.
Okay, yeah, I seen that. She calls you like, I seen it.
Yeah.
I seen it. Damn, that's cool, bro. So let me ask you, who you think who is the top 5 YouTubers?
I like Danny Duncan. He's a YouTuber who just does things just everywhere. He'll go in public and do things. I like Nelk a lot. Nelk's got a cool big brand. I can't say I watch much of their videos anymore, but I liked them at one point a lot. I mean, nowadays I'm really just watching interviews. I'll keep it real. I mean, I've the YouTube sphere I was really into in terms of being a consumer like maybe 2 years ago, but now I just watch.
So who's top 5 YouTubers if you had to say?
Probably like, one, I like Danny Duncan. I said I'd put him at top. He's great content.
Better than Mr. Beast?
Yeah. Because Mr. Beast, it's not that his is like fabricated content. It's just very organized. You know what I'm saying? And that's dope. It's dope. It'd be entertaining, right? It'd be entertaining when he has like millions of dollars. But to me, it's just like, all right.
That shit is next level.
Yeah, it is next level.
I just found out about him.
For real?
Literally.
For real?
Like
he used to do videos that I make. He used to make reaction videos, and then he went from that to a bunch of other things that segued into that.
Okay, so Nelk. Who else?
I'll throw Mr. Beast in there because I respect him. Back when I was watching like gaming content, I used to watch Technoblade a lot. R.I.P. Who else? I said Nelk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You said Nelk, Gaming Blade, I think.
Technoblade.
Technoblade.
Yep. And Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
And I said 4. Who's 2 more though? It's hard, bro, because I don't be watching.
You gotta throw it out there.
I don't be.
No. You gotta throw it out there.
Let's say I like No Jumper a lot.
No
I like
Jumper.
No Jumper a lot.
So you would throw okay.
Yeah.
No Jumper.
I'm trying not to choose like hip hop channels. Actually, not Hello Yasin. I like Hello Yasin too.
Okay. So you threw No Jumper. That kind of threw me off because I'm thinking like YouTubers, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Out of the 5 people you named, this is something that I was curious about. Mm-hmm. Is any of them black?
No.
No.
Nope.
Do you think it's a correlation to the successful YouTube stars and the what is it? Ethnicity? Because all of the top 10 are white, and then when I literally have to go to top 10.
Yeah, there's definitely. YouTubers. I would argue there's. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
I'm curious, like
I don't know how I couldn't even break it down.
It's like I want to have a conversation about that, but I just don't even know where to start.
Yeah, exactly.
But you are a Hispanic descent, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So I mean, like my cousin. So like, you feel me? Like, it's a kind of a win.
What's your nationality?
I'm black.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Hispanic, black.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know
I thought you were saying you was Hispanic or something.
You feel me? Like,
okay.
I don't shy away from these conversations. I hope I don't make you uncomfortable.
Nah, I'm chilling.
But I was looking and I'm like, damn, like all of these motherfuckers are white, and I'm just curious to know, is it any type of correlation? Is it anything that they're doing different? Do we make different content? Or are there any black YouTubers that's doing similar content?
Yeah. I mean, I follow plenty actually.
Name me one.
Kai Cenat. I mean, he does reaction. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kai Cenat.
Okay.
Duke Dennis. I Show Speed. Speed's a big one. He just blew up a huge amount, but he's a little crazy. He be raging and stuff, and he be playing video games and going crazy.
Okay,
but those are a few. I watch.
You trying to make this switch to music?
Yeah.
We've seen again. You gotta give it to the Paul Bros because they like doing their thing.
Yeah,
I feel like
they're doing their thing.
I feel like they would be. And again, I just started looking to YouTube. You're a big part of it, just me doing my research. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. Ignorance is bliss, so I don't really know too much. But it looks like Jake Paul specifically, is really pioneering this shift for YouTubers. Like, you can do it, because he's taking his boxing thing real. And I mean, of course, from Jake Paul, you got DDG.
I was just about to mention. Yeah.
But I mean, who's doing it bigger than Jake Paul?
Bigger than
You know
on mass scale, I'd argue Jake Paul. Yeah.
But right, then I'm like, all right, hold up, it might not be YouTube. And when I listen to your music, again, it might be a stretch, but it's like got like melody type music, right?
Melodic,
so, yeah. So I know a little something. I was like, you know who else did it? It wasn't YouTube, but it was television.
Say it again.
It wasn't YouTube, but it was television.
You better talk about
Drake.
Yep. Yep. I think about that.
So I'm looking at these guys and I'm like, damn, like a couple people. Queen Naja, not too many people.
It's almost like the new age type television.
My question is, why? You got everything you need.
Because
right here, you making your money. This is you're dominating this sport right here.
Yeah.
Why? Like, why?
Because I love music. I've been making music for around 8 years now. I went from producing to engineering to not liking what they put on my beats, so I started doing them. So I started hitting my own beats, and I've been doing it for since middle school.
So you've been doing music before you even started?
Before I did YouTube. And I was doing it relatively seriously before I did YouTube. I used to sell beats before I did YouTube on BeatStars, like a little website.
So it's safe to say YouTube is something that literally like fell in your lap.
COVID, I'm telling you, like COVID was definitely like a pressure to like, oh, I lost my job, I need to do something. You know what I'm saying? So YouTube was that. Well, I still had a passion for it. You know what I'm saying?
I seen a TikTok the other day. It said it was a question of if you needed to pay your rent in 2 days, what would you do? I mean, granted, you gotta wait for the check for YouTube, but shit, it sounds like that's something that you can pick up and do. But it's not that easy though.
I mean, I did it with a laptop, just with a laptop and a microphone. So maybe $600 in total. And I kept that laptop until I was at 500K.
Damn.
So and it used to be my mom's laptop
This is
until I
crazy.
bought it off her. So I didn't really have. I mean, I'll keep it real. You don't need a lot. You don't, because the content nowadays with the consumers, they don't need a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? There's YouTubers out there succeeding that are putting in 5 times less effort than I am and 5 times bigger. It's just all over the place now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, I'd argue you don't need a lot.
So you never thought about, because when I look for your music, I literally have to put Pancho music.
Yeah.
You never thought about trying to like integrate the music into the YouTube channel?
See, I thought about it, and I still kind of have this debate, but I'm pretty unsure on it. I'm just not sure, really, because of the fact that the audience came for that type of content. You know what I'm saying? But I also have, another opinion. Oh, nah, I mean, all my videos do pretty well over time. They're probably there for me as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's. I mean, I might eventually, but I'm still stuck on it.
My
Keep it real.
opinion, right? Again, not to offend you or anything. I feel
Yeah.
like when people say that they love something,
Yeah.
I feel like you can see it. And
Yeah.
not saying that I can't see it from you, right?
Yeah.
But I just feel like I've interviewed so many people trying to change over, hairstylists trying to do music, YouTubers want to do music. And I look at their page, and the first thing I look at, I see like their page still look like a IG model. They still look like whatever they did at first. It looked like that's what they did, right? But I think about when you love something and you doing it, you do it like you said, 2.5 years straight, right? You've been doing
Yes.
music for 8 years, like
Yeah.
you said. But
Yeah.
it's like, were you not putting the same effort in that you was putting into the YouTube that you did music? Because clearly you put some type of effort into YouTube and it popped. And I feel like if you did the same thing with music, it would do the same
I
thing.
see with music, I was putting in efforts in areas that weren't that beneficial. Like I was going through, like little online hip hop producing communities
Okay.
and just getting lost in them. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And I wasn't, a traditional artist would go to an open mic. They'd go to a bunch of different things. I got lost in the sauce of the internet. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's been taking a while. And now it's finally at a point where I'm like, oh, I should have just been doing the basics the entire time, setting your foundation as an artist, all that type of stuff. So that's the explanation for that.
I can understand. I can kind of understand that though. Now you put things in perspective because like it sounds like all the top YouTubers. I mean, again, I don't know about Jake Paul and Logan Paul, but from
PewDiePie, yeah.
What is it?
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie,
Yeah.
Mr. Beast, right? Two of the biggest YouTube stars. They was really like introverts.
Yeah.
I could kind of
yeah.
see you.
Yeah, I'm
like
a little bit
being
of an introvert, Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And you trying to get your music to pop, but you're trying to do it in a way that's comfortable.
Exactly, and I got lost in that. I was like, I was expecting a result when I wasn't, putting it in.
That makes
I've been going through the trials.
that shows how you were so successful in the content of the YouTube content because you really don't have to be outside.
Yeah, and it also shows that I love music because I'm 8 years in after so many failures that I still want it bad.
Facts. I still, I don't know, because they don't want to fuck up the money. But it's like, man, if you really love music, put that shit on your YouTube.
Yeah,
Give it a
see-
try. It won't hurt.
I'm so calculated, bro, and sometimes I think that's a detriment. But it really wouldn't hurt. But something about see with the internet and YouTube videos, the odds of something blowing up, it's so randomized, and you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I have the thought of if you just put it on a fresh account, it just has more potential for longevity, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I
sure,
get
I could get 100,000 views if I upload it on the YouTube channel, but how long will it stay at that 100,000 views because of the audience expecting a gaming video? You know what I'm saying? There's just so many things in between that, and that's...
that YouTube got like like you said, YouTube is like the new age television.
New television, yeah.
You can utilize the playlist because like you could kind of like make playlists where it's like different shows. So like Pancho reactions.
Yeah,
Pancho
but
music.
that's not what the majority of your audience is looking at. They're looking at their subscription feed of all the YouTubers they follow.
Okay.
I mean, if they're really into you, they'll look at your playlists. But I mean, the most viewed playlist I have is like 800,000 of people going through that playlist 800,000 times. But my most viewed video is 10 million. You know what I'm saying? And that 800,000 is over the span of 2 years.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that 10 mil video is just 11 months ago.
So what about, this is another thing that I've just in my research. So like Mr. Beast, right? These YouTubers, once they get to a certain level, they have different YouTube accounts. So like he has
they diversify.
They
expand.
But it's theirs.
Yeah.
On yours, right at the bottom, your channels, or that's you. I don't know if it's that you follow or you created. It's not Pancho Music.
Yeah. Yeah, I had it in there a little bit. I'm definitely gonna throw it back. I've been trying to find little passive ways to promote the music on the channel while not being too in your face, because I feel like it can kill the channel.
Right. But a Pancho, your music channel being at the bottom, like I guess one of your channels, that was right?
Yeah, I did that at one point, and I think I should do it again.
So how much do you love this music thing?
I love it. It's just I'm very
strategic.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, sometimes I think that's a detriment. Sometimes I think I need to look at things more simple. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my thought process through all of it.
I saw one of your videos. I don't know the exact name of it. It got like 10,000 views. So like, and that was by itself. You literally had to search Pancho Music. Yeah. And it got 10,000 views. That's not. Yeah. I mean, I know you get 10 million, but
but that 10,000 is. I love that. I value that 10,000 more than I do every single one of my videos.
What was the name of that song?
Out of Me, it probably had 10K. Wait, did you look at it recently?
Yeah, it was like 10.
It might be low. It might be low by me. A song called Low.
Okay. Yeah. I know it was 10,000. I was like, this is interesting because it's not connected to your YouTube channel at all. And I'm like,
and it's actual people who are there for this is a great song. You know, I have positive feedback for the actual content that they're looking at, not like, this YouTuber makes great music. You know what I'm saying? So that's
What you think is harder? What you think is harder, YouTube or making music?
Harder. YouTube. Music's just a flow for me. If I get in it, I gotta tap into that flow though. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
So you think it's YouTube
easier? Harder? Yeah, it's definitely easier. But in terms of like both as career options, I'd say I'm gonna have to put a lot more effort in the music because that comes with performing, that comes with a whole bunch of other things. And YouTube, for me, it just came with sitting and talking.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you just, pardon my follow-up, but do you think it could be two GOATs?
Two GOATs?
Yeah.
Just in general.
Greatest of all time. Do you think? Just curious. No? All right. So.
See, my GOAT, I can only have one GOAT.
Okay.
I mean, I can respect somebody who's like, I like these two the same, but for me, I got one GOAT.
So I say that because I asked that question because I'm thinking of who's the YouTube GOAT?
I mean, you could say PewDiePie, but I don't really even watch PewDiePie that much. The YouTube GOAT, I like Jadeon a lot. I like Jadeon. He's a new YouTuber, and he's been coming up and he's been making a bunch of different crazy videos, and I think he's gonna dominate. Okay. I think he's like the LeBron.
You're speaking Japanese to me because like I really don't even know.
He's LeBron. He's, you know what I'm saying?
So like I said, I've just gotten into this Mr. Beast guy.
Yeah.
This dude is insane. I never seen nothing like it, right?
Giant.
But I asked that because I asked it for a couple reasons. Because one, I'm like, every time when I look up top 10 YouTubers, they all white. And then I'm like, okay, but we got black YouTube creators as well. That's good. Yeah. And then I'm like, what about those who did YouTube dominated? They might not have dominated as much as Mr. Beast or PewDiePie, but they crossed over and killed that like a Jake Paul. And I'm like, bro, that got to count for something. But it's like, can he be the GOAT? Because he didn't get bigger than the biggest person on YouTube, but he's killing it.
I don't use that metric. I definitely use that metric, but it's not my top metric. You know what I'm saying? I think value of content.
Okay.
is the main.
Okay.
Just like how I view like a GOAT for rap. You know what I'm saying? The value of the content, not how much they're selling. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. So who you think the GOAT in rap is?
I like Andre 3000. That's just me.
No, I like Andre 3000. I just wasn't expecting that.
Oh, yeah?
I'm ignorant.
Yeah,
Hey,
AT
ignorant
Aliens,
is
all of
bliss.
it. All of it. I love Andre and Outkast, yeah.
So you think he's the GOAT though? Andre is great, but the
Yeah.
GOAT?
I mean,
The GOAT? Come on.
that's my subjective. So, I mean, in terms of just like realness, hip hop, Biggie,
The GOAT?
that's me.
I mean, that's fine.
That's
I mean,
me.
it's okay.
That's me. That's my.
Why?
Because of their technical ability, I like it, and the things they talk about and they rap about. I think it's a perfect blend of technical, production, what they're rapping about. You know, it's a combination. It's a whole. That's just me.
I'm not mad at that. Only reason I say I'm not mad at that because Drake, at one point, Drake said, it was something in his lines. He was like, we'll see who's still here 10 years from now.
10 years from now, yeah, that's from what song is that? It's like
Whatever
20,
song it is.
Yeah.
He said that, right?
Yeah,
He said it.
Yeah.
Nobody thought nothing of it
at all.
until 10, 15 years. And it's like, he said it. It's the equivalent to like.
Is Drake your GOAT?
Who?
Drake?
Nah.
Nah. Okay.
Probably would be Jay-Z.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why I say
he's
Jay-Z.
up there. Yeah.
It would be Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
It would be Lil Wayne. But I say Jay-Z because for me, I feel like Jay-Z really showed his like ability to change with the time.
Yeah.
And like Lil Wayne now, like people still liking Lil Wayne, and I'm not mad at it, but some of it ain't really hitting for me, just being honest. Some of it be hitting, but some of it be like, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z, on the other hand, he's made music in each time period, and I'm like, damn, like even 444.
Yeah.
He's talking about music that like, he's talking about things that I can relate to. He like, you know, you never win when the family feud. I'm 30 years old. I'm
That's
29
a great album.
at the time.
That's a
you know what I'm
masterpiece
saying?
album.
And I'm like, I'm understanding family.
Yeah.
And it's like everything he dropped, when he dropped it, I was like, damn, this is fire. That's why I say he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
But to your point, I can see why you say Biggie, because you can put in, it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it still hits to this day.
Yeah, facts.
So,
timeless music. And also just the fact that, you know, I like looking at the history as well, and what and who changed what to the culture, who did this and that. You know, sometimes I even think like Kendrick Lamar is taking a lot of inspiration from Andre. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of different figures in hip hop today look at these people like Jay-Z, even for example, and Andre, and I think that they're big figures. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z and Andre, just because of how much they've done and how much music they've put out, a whole bunch of different reasons. So that's why I hold them really up there. You know,
I think Andre 3000. It's crazy because where you from?
I'm from Topeka, Kansas.
Kansas is, again, part of my ignorance. That's like southern.
It's in the straight middle of the country.
Oh, the middle. Okay, cool.
It's
At least I was
it's in the
halfway
middle.
right. It's in the middle. I was saying, is it the south?
Yeah, it's out. It's straight in the middle.
Almost. So how did you become an Andre 3000 fan?
Definitely through just consumption of a bunch of hip hop music. I just started listening to, you know, I actually loved Jay-Z at one point. Okay. I loved 444. And I just kind of came across him, you know, not that I didn't know who Outkast was, but Andre 3000 just as a feature artist or just as an artist in general, I kind of discovered him a little bit later, actually not discovered him, but really tuned in, probably around like 2 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you clearly didn't know who Outkast was because you said like something else. You said like I don't know what the fuck you said, but it's fine. It's okay.
I mean, I've heard.
I'm joking. That's fine. I was gonna ask you, do you think? Because when you said Outkast, I was assuming that you might have been from down south because I feel like at one point in time, and even now, you see the difference of respect as far as hip hop.
Exactly.
And like
exactly,
I feel like, of course, hip hop was birthed. Let me get this right. It wasn't Brooklyn, but it was fucking the Bronx. I think. Am I right? fact check. I think it might have been the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the Bronx? You know, right? Okay, the Bronx. So like, yeah. So hip hop was birthed in the Bronx. So I feel like a lot of times when people talk about these GOATs, when they talk about hip hop music and real hip hop, they equate it with northern music, specifically New York. And I feel like the South always get overlooked. So when you say your favorite rapper or the GOAT, not even your favorite rapper, when you say the GOAT is Andre 3000, I'm like, damn, is he from the South? And did you ever look at music and be like, people are sleeping on the South when you was consuming it?
See, when I was consuming, I was very oblivious to the whole regional sound thing and regional. I was very oblivious to that until only a few years ago. So, you know, basically how I would just choose who I listened to was just based on, I mean, obviously the vibe, but you know, I as I said earlier, Andre 3000 technically was insane. So that's kind of how I gravitated towards him. And I knew about Outkast and their whole impact on ATL, but I hadn't really understood it fully, you know what I'm saying, until recently.
Wait, bro. I had to pause for a second.
Yeah.
You're not about to come up here talk all this hip hop shit with me. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I read this. I don't have my phone on me. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
He sent me this.
What?
Your inspiration
Yeah.
comes from, is it Bad Baby? Was that true?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird. I'd take a bunch of different inspirations.
But the GOAT is Andre 3000.
For hip hop, yeah. That's my opinion. I listen to tons of different types of music.
So is melodic music not hip hop?
That's a good question. I'd argue it is, because you know, even you could look at Lil Baby. He's melodically rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would argue, yeah, but there are songs that are melodic and have hip hop drums but aren't hip hop. I would even argue a lot of my music is not hip hop.
But that's crazy because when I think of Drake, I think of hip hop.
Yeah, I think of hip hop too.
But I guess he fought for that because at one point in time they wasn't classifying him.
They were
hip-hop,
boxing him, yeah.
And then people were saying he couldn't even sing.
Yeah.
A lot of people was hating on Drake. So like I mean, I guess he fought for that.
He did.
It's just when I hear Bad Bunny and then you say
he's reggaeton, completely different,
but you say
opposite side.
And I'm like, wait, that don't even. And then
It's weird, yeah.
It's Biggie. Like, wait, what? Like,
yeah.
How did?
So with Bad Bunny, so I'm Hispanic, obviously,
of course.
and my dad throughout my childhood would play tons of Latin music throughout the house. So I think it just kind of, I don't know, my love for Hispanic music as well. It's just a big blend in my brain of music I love.
Okay.
Really.
Okay. That makes sense. All right.
And my dad would play the guitar when I was a kid. So, you know, Bad Bunny tends to use the guitar a lot in his music. And yeah.
Would you do like some Spanish music?
Say it again?
Would you do Spanish music?
I mean, I don't know Spanish. I don't know Spanish. My dad never taught me Spanish. My mom's a Spanish teacher, but they never taught me Spanish.
That's why I asked that. Like, wait.
I mean, I want to learn. I want to learn. Definitely. My parents.
What you waiting for?
I'm busy. I mean, I'll definitely get to it, but right now, I don't know if
Spanish guy speaks no Spanish. I mean.
Yeah, true. True. It's a little, yeah. I wanna. Yeah, I definitely should get on it.
It's cool, yo. I mean, so what we doing with the music, man? Like, tell me, like, what are you working on?
So I'm working on a lot of new
Pandora?
stuff. Yeah, I was just at Pandora. We had a good meeting.
What are you doing, man? I see you running around.
Dropping a new single called TNT. That's gonna be out in August.
Okay.
And that's more like party oriented, hype track. And I got a bunch of other singles in the vault ready. So yeah, I mean, we got tons of music.
Let me ask you something. Your singles, right? Because I feel like a lot of artists fall into this trap.
Yeah.
Do you think you're falling into the same track with music that you did with YouTube? And that, what I mean by that is creating content that you know that the consumers want?
That's a great question. Nah, I feel like with every project I make, or every single I make, or anything I make, I always got to put my heart into it. So
you're making music
because I've already learned that lesson with YouTube to start putting your all in things. So going into the music now, I would say everything I made isn't. I don't think about, you know, how are they gonna receive this? How that? I'm just doing what I love. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Before we get out here, I was curious. You said Lil Baby make melodic music.
Yeah.
Is Lil Baby the Wayne of our generation for real?
Is he what?
The Wayne of our generation?
Yeah, I would argue. I would argue. Consistently dropping, consistently, like he's just a beast.
I'm scared to say anything bad about Lil Baby. Lil Baby is fire, but I don't know, bro.
Tell me how you feel.
I said this before.
Yeah.
I didn't get Drake, so I don't want to like repeat it because they might catch it now. But I feel like Lil Baby is fire.
Yeah.
But
Who would you
his
who would you
music is
compare him
starting
to?
be like
Yeah,
the same now.
repetitive. Yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard that. I still listen to him.
You know who I like now?
Who?
Moneybag.
Yeah.
Moneybag is growing on me.
Yeah.
He going crazy. I fuck with Moneybag. I'm starting to fuck with like Detroit music too.
Yeah, like Babyface.
Shit going crazy.
Yeah.
What's the nigga name? Oh, really? Doughboy. I fuck with him.
Yeah, Detroit. You got a cool sound.
Cleveland. Yeah. I mean, Ohio and Detroit not too far, right? Like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Same region,
so.
I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, not too crazy, but whatever. I'm starting to like that. That might be the Midwest.
Yeah.
I'm starting to like that
Type.
that type of vibe.
Yeah, I've noticed with Detroit and Chicago, Chicago has drill and Dirk and all them. They use like a lot of percussion in their beats, like instead of snares. Same thing with Detroit. I've noticed they do. So it's interesting seeing their little regional sounds and how they.
I personally hate
a little
drill
bit
music.
different.
I think they should erase that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like they should erase that shit out of the catalog of music. I hate it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. They be talking fast. Like bro, what the fuck is y'all talking? I feel old as fuck. Like what are y'all talking about? I don't like that shit. Like I hate that shit. But who would I say the Lil Wayne of our generation is?
Or who would you compare Baby to?
That's a good one. Damn. Would I compare him to Jeezy though? Jeezy had a great run. I mean, I can see why somebody would say that, but honestly, bro, when he was having his run, I could see why he would say Lil Wayne. Yeah. But he ain't have it long enough, to me, in my opinion.
Nah, that's valid. That's valid.
Only
that's
person I would compare to Lil Wayne.
That's a good point.
Damn, you would think this nigga's paying me today. Fuck that nigga. Only nigga I would compare to Lil Wayne is Drake. I'm just saying, like he's the only one that stood the test of time and it really showed that. Nah, I'm that nigga. We gonna see who gonna be here 10 years from now.
I just remembered. I think that's from 30 for 30. I'm not positive.
And we see it.
Yeah.
We see who is. Yeah. Man, I appreciate you for pulling up on me.
Yeah, of course.
Pancho,
Thanks
everybody.
for having me on.
I was really excited to have this conversation because you're Hispanic. I'm not gonna lie. Because you're YouTube. Yeah. It was different. It was so different. It was like, I gotta prepare for this shit.
Hell yeah.
I gotta prepare differently. I gotta look into this YouTube shit.
Hell yeah.
I was excited. I was like, yeah, I really was excited. I'm glad you came. I'm glad we was able to talk about very different type of things, man. I wish you much respect.
Yeah, I
wish you much luck.
Yeah.
You got me fumbling on my words and shit. But yeah, I wish you much success.
Yeah,
anything that we didn't touch on that you might want to leave with the audience or anything?
Do what you love.
That's simple.
Do what you love.
He said it. Do what you love.
Do what you love.
You gotta get your music page underneath of your YouTube and shit.
Say it again.
You gotta get your music page underneath of your
Oh
YouTube.
yeah, nah, definitely. I gotta do that. I don't know. Yeah, nah. That's me.
20 times.
See, that's me going like little calculated mode. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should do that. Yeah, bro, I gotta tap out of that low key.
Cause I'm like, man, I was looking right. So this, I ain't gonna lie. So this, Ryan hit me right. He was like, yeah, you want to interview him? I'm like, YouTube? Yeah, hell yeah, right? Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. First thing I was like, all right, bet. So I know YouTubers, what they do is put the video at the end of the videos. So I'm like, I know this shit gonna go crazy. He gonna put it at the end of the videos. Then I did the research. I'm like, this nigga don't put none of his music is. So I was tight. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing this for? Like, I ain't gonna get nothing from him. He don't put his music on his YouTube page. His YouTube page is going crazy. So I'm like, I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like, all right, bet. So we at least gonna do like a 50 piece because he gonna put it on his YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't even put the. Come on, bro.
Got to.
You gotta put the link somewhere so
Got to.
they can see this interview. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
put me on for real. Great talking to you, dog. Yeah. For real, man. Tell other people where to follow you at and all that, man.
You can follow me on Instagram at PanchoWT, Twitter, Pancho is bored. That's all I use.
Mr. J Hill Podcast is rap. We out. Great shit, man.